Hi everyone, it is Christina Pridie here, better known as the Seamless Knitter here on YouTube. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram. You can find all of my seamless pattern designs on Ravelry and on my website, ptboyarnshop.com. I also have a Ko-Fi account if you would like to support me and my channel financially. All this information is linked in the description box below this video. In today's tutorial, I will be demonstrating how I do the 3-needle bind off. So let's get started. Okay, before we start, you're probably wondering what is 3-needle bind off and why or when would you use it. So if you know what Kitchener stitch is, and I have a tutorial on that as well, it's about seaming two pieces of fabric together to make a seam, and the Kitchener stitch is invisible, which is great, but if you don't like doing Kitchener stitch, this is an alternative method which is very quick and easy to do, and it is also used for the same reasons Kitchener stitch would be used for. You can do it for tops of shoulders, mittens, socks, purses, anything that needs to be seamed really. So I have a little sample here that I'm going to demonstrate with, and this here is just a one of my patterns called the Catherine top. So I actually did the 3-needle bind off on the tops of both of the shoulders, and my fern top is also done the same way. And I use this technique on my practical purse and my tea wallet and different patterns on Ravelry. So that is it's a great way to seam things together. So here we have my little sample, and just as the title is called 3-needle bind off, we're actually going to be using 3 needles to do it. So I have my little samples here, and they're just two little stockinette pieces of work, and they're both the same size, all that, just pretending that we're going to seam together a shoulder, you know, a shoulder seam, or you're seaming something together, and we're just going to do that right now. So I am going to do it with the right sides held together. So this being the right side of your work, this is stockinette, so this is the knit side, and this is the purl side of the work. So I'm going to hold, excuse me, both pieces together like this, so that the right sides are together like you would sewing something together. So they're held together like this. And so you're seeing the purl side on both sides at the moment. So you want to make sure that you have the same amount of stitches on both needles. So whatever amount you have on one, you should have on the other in order for this to work. And you're just going to hold both needles parallel to each other. And you're going to use a third needle. Now, I usually use a needle that's a little bit bigger than what I've knit the garment with, or whatever I'm making, just to cast off a little bit looser than tight. But in this case, I'm just going to use the same needle that I've got these two pieces of work on today for demonstration purposes. So you're going to hold both pieces together in one hand, and I'm using my left hand at this point because I'm right-handed knitter, and I'm going to put my needle into this is the front needle and this is the back needle, and I'm going to put my needle into the first stitch as if to knit, and then I'm going to put my same needle into the first stitch on the back needle as if to knit. So they're both, the needles going through both the front needle and back needle at the same time. I'm going to pick up the working yarn, and I'm going to knit the 2 stitches together like this, and I'm going to remove them off both of the needles like that. Okay, so I'm going to do the same procedure again. I'm going to go into the first stitch on the front needle and the first stitch on the back needle, and I'm going to knit them together and remove them off the needles. So now I have 2 stitches on my third needle here, which was the empty needle that I started to knit with, and now I am going to bind off. So what we are doing is we are knitting and seaming and binding off all at the same time. So I'm going to use the back needle, and I'm going to just pick up that first stitch, and I'm going to pull it up and over that second stitch and off the needle. So that's bound off now and seamed. So we're going to continue doing that until all these stitches are bound off. So into the first stitch on the front needle, first stitch on the back needle, so it's always the first. You're going to knit those together, take them off, and now we have 2 stitches on this third needle, and we're going to use the back needle to pull that stitch up and over the top, and it's removed and it's now seamed. So you always want to have 2 stitches on the third needle to do this. So we're going to go into the first stitch on the front needle, first stitch on the back needle, knit them together, remove them off the needles. Now we have 2 stitches on this third needle, so we use the back needle to lift it up and over to bind off. Okay, so we're just going to keep doing that. You can just watch and see how I'm doing everything. It's very easy to do. It's pretty neat when you think about it, that you're actually knitting and binding off and seaming 2 pieces of fabric together all at the same time. And the results are perfect when they're done. You couldn't do this better if you did it by hand. That's what I like about these techniques that we can learn in knitting. It just adds more skills to your toolbox. Okay, so I'll just slow it down a little bit and show you here how it's done for these last few, and then I'll show you the end results. Okay, so again, it's going into that front needle, the first stitch on the back needle together at the same time, knitting them together, removing them off the needle, using the back needle to lift up the stitch over top of the other one to bind off on that third needle. Okay, so we're only got a couple stitches left, and it looks like I'm almost playing yarn chicken here with this last little bit of a tail that I have. So hopefully we can get these last few stitches finished so I can show you. Okay, we've only got 2 left, so you should have the same amount of stitches on each needle to finish it. So we're going to go into that first stitch on the front needle, first stitch on the back needle together, knit them at the same time together, remove them from both needles, Now you have 2 stitches on this 3rd needle, and you use the back needle to lift up that stitch up and over to bind off. The last ones, knit into the 1st stitch on the front, 1st stitch on the back. It's getting tricky here at the end. Got to hold them together so they don't fall off. Knit them together. Oops. Again, knit them together. Remove them. So now you can take the needle, put the 2 needles down. Sorry, I need the 1 needle to do the binding off. So we'll just lift that up and over the top. There, and that's that. Now we can just pull the thread out. If I didn't get it caught there, pull that thread completely out so that it's finished. And there you have it. So there's the seam. So you can see the knit stitch that we did all the way across, nice and neat. So this is what it looks like on this side. And this is what it looks like on this side. Okay, so we've seamed this together. Now when you open it up, this would be the shoulder and this would be the good side of your top. And there you would have your seam and how it all lines up perfectly like that. And so you would fold it over and that would be your seam on your shoulder. And the inside just looks like this. Okay, so I want to show you another little sample here. So if you were to put the right sides out, say you wanted to have a reverse stockinette stitch exposed for your top, you would hold the wrong sides together so that the right sides would be facing, and you would do the exact same thing, and you would have an exposed seam. Now you might want the exposed seam even though the stockinette is the side of your top, so you would have it exposed like this across the top, and that would be your shoulder. And it would be a little ridge there that you would want as a detail on your top. But if you didn't and it was a reverse stockinette top, you would fold it over just like the other one, and you would have the reverse side out as your top, and that would be your seam there. And you can pull on it there to see where the seam actually is. But it just makes it a nice, really nice finish, easy to do. And there you have it. So if you found this tutorial helpful, please save it to watch later. Share it with your friends, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell to be notified of my next video or tutorial release. And if you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments below this video and I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you for watching and supporting my channel. Happy knitting!